Following the Knicks' second preseason game against the Washington Wizards, Tom Thibodeau did something that he rarely does. He sung the praises of two rookies on this team. We're going to start today's show talking about Ariel Hukporti, but there's another rookie that I believe Tom Thibodeau has fallen in love with. Before we talk about that, though, I just want to say thank you to every single person that has subscribed to this channel. Last night, or I guess Wednesday night, on the watch party here on the channel, we crossed over 54,000 subscribers. An amazing achievement, but we're not stopping there. On our way to 60,000 subs, here we come. If you love the Knicks and you want free and informative videos every single day, join the channel, hit that subscribe button, and make sure those notifications are turned on. You're watching Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by as we just react to what Tom Thibodeau had to say about two rookies on his team that are playing well in the preseason. He said this on Ariel Hukporti. I thought Ariel was terrific the first game before that he played in, but his energy anchoring the defense was very good. Look, Thibodeau, we know how he likes to treat rookies. They sit on the end of the bench, and they stay on the end of the bench. They don't get to play. And I don't know exactly if Hukporti is going to be a major piece of this rotation, but I was impressed with what I saw from him in that game against the Washington Wizards. And it's nice to see that Tom Thibodeau may be willing to trust and maybe throw out Ariel Hukporti during the regular season. He looked good. He had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the field. He was a +7 in his time spent on the court. And what I liked about him was I felt like his athleticism and the way that he moved and the way that he just played the game looked smooth. He's a little bit more athletic than I thought. He looked good in drop coverage. I thought he moved around the court really well there. I thought the instincts were on full display. And you can see that he has nice soft touch, but also a really nice read for the game. I think he had 2 putbacks on the offensive end that he threw down, 2-hand slams. Obviously a super athletic guy. We're starting to learn more and more about him. Not so sure what his impact is going to be this year, but I do think there is going to be a direct competition between Ariel Hukporti and Jericho Sims. Sims played in the first preseason game. He had his shot. I think he had 2 or 3 points. He had 10 rebounds, and he looked solid. He's put on a lot of muscle, changed the jersey number from 45 to 20, but he didn't play at all in the second preseason game. And maybe Tom Thibodeau is using these games as auditions and opportunities for these players. Jericho Sims gets night 1. Ariel Hukporti gets night 2. But, man, for Tom Thibodeau to say Ariel was terrific, you got to wonder if Jericho Sims is in hot water. Shout out to my guy Papa Left on Twitter. He went out and said that he talked to a source who says that the New York Knicks have no faith in Jericho Sims. And, look, I believe in what Papa Left said. I don't think he's going to go out and make something. And I think it's the truth. I think the Knicks do worry a little bit about Jericho Sims on this roster. I think that's why they went out and made a trade in part for Karl Anthony Towns. I think they're worried about the depth on this team. And I do think there's an opportunity where Ariel Hukporti, maybe not in game 1 of 82, but by the time we get to November, or by the time we get to December, that Hukporti could be challenging Jericho Sims for these minutes. And I also think that Hukporti is going to make the Knicks' final roster. He's currently on a 2-way contract, but I believe he's the rookie scale deal that's going to get elevated and converted into a full-time NBA contract, and he will be the 14th guaranteed money roster spot on this team. Question is, how much is he going to play? I don't know. What do you think? Who do you think should be the backup big for the Knicks this season? Is it Ariel Hukporti? Is it Jericho Sims? Mitchell Robinson's not going to return to play until January, is what it sounds like. That's what Shams Charania said. 55-20, pick a backup center. Tom Thibodeau also sung the praises of our guy, Tyler Kolek. If you watch this channel, you know I'm a huge Tyler Kolek fan. I was banging the table for the Knicks to draft him in the first round when they picked Pacome Dadier, and he has looked good in the first 2 games. Tom Thibodeau says Tyler Kolek has played really well, and I didn't need Thibs to say that. All I had to do was watch the games, and even if he didn't watch the games, you just go look at the box score. Night 1 against Charlotte, he had 11 points, 1 assist. He was 3 of 5 from the field, and he hit 3 of his 5 threes. He also has 3 steals in 2 games. Last night, though, against Washington, he was awesome. 15 points in 17 minutes, had 5 dimes, got into the lane, creating shots, nice, throwing nice passes, getting the ball to people in spots to be successful. Even though he was efficient yet again from the field, 6 of 10. I mean, through 2 games, he's shooting 4 of 9 from downtown. We'll take that every single day of the week, and he's not turning the ball over. 6 assists to just 1 turnover. He just plays the game the right way, man. I love the quote that Tom Thibodeau always says, "The game will tell you what to do. The game will come to you." And that's the type of MO, and that's the type of just juice that Kolek's going to bring. He plays the game the right way. He plays an unselfish brand of basketball, and the way he plays opens up the floor for everybody else. And I think he's a rare type of player that makes every single player around him better due to the IQ and feel that Kolek has. Another rumor, shout out to Papa Left, he said he got told this from his source, saying the Knicks are concerned about Kolek's defense. And you know what? I'm a little bit concerned about his defense as well. I wonder if he's going to be able to guard these high volume, high octane type of guards in the NBA. Can he travel through screens? Can he fight through screens? Can he stay on his man? I don't know, but I do know that he's going to be a major plus on the offensive end. And I think by the time we get to January, February, and March, it's going to be hard for Tom Thibodeau to keep Tyler Kolek off the floor. Like, he's that good of a player. I know I don't want to overreact too much to the preseason, but this is a guy that I fell in love with 2 years ago, watching him play at Marquette. He's a super good player, super high IQ player, and everything I just like in a point guard, it's him. Want to see him grow, not a finished product. He's only going to get better and better, and I'm excited to see him do that with the New York Knicks. I just like where the Knicks are at the point guard spot. We all love Jalen Brunson. We don't have to spend too much time talking about the best point guard in the NBA, but Cam Payne, the addition that the Knicks fans, that the Knicks made, that a lot of Knicks fans weren't expecting the day of the home run derby. He's playing well, man. He could score, he could shoot, he can create for others, he can get downhill. He's still got a quick first step, and he's a high IQ player as well, and he's been a part of teams that have been in the NBA Finals and had success. He's got that relationship with Mikal Bridges through their time with the Phoenix Suns, and I like having a veteran point guard, and we saw him in that playoff series against the Philadelphia 76ers be able to hit some big-time shots for them. We went from a time where the Knicks were in point guard hell to now being where they have the best point guard in the NBA. They got a solid veteran backup point guard, and they got a young, emerging second-round pick out of the Big East. Does that sound familiar? Pick a backup point guard for me, though. Do you think Cam Payne should be the guy? Tyler Kolek? I think Payne should be the guy to start the year, but I might be pushing for Tyler Kolek to start playing once the playoffs and potentially just post-All-Star break gets here. We're going to talk more about that preseason game, but make sure you are ready to rock and roll for the regular season with your Chat Sports Knicks Now gear. Go to chatsports.com/realknicks and get your Real One t-shirt. It's chatsports.com/realknicks. We got the black shirt. We got the blue shirt. Pick a style. Be real. Support the show. Support the sponsor. Karl-Anthony Towns couldn't buy a bucket to start last night's game. Is what it is. I think he was 1 of 11, 1 of 10 at one point, but I thought he finished the game really strong. He was 6 of 9, I believe, in that second half. Got a three-pointer to fall, and I know that a lot of people were upset that he couldn't make shots, and they said he was playing bad. I felt like he was playing within the game. I thought he took good shots. I didn't think he overstepped. I didn't think he played out of the flow of the game. And I liked how he noticed in the first half the shot wasn't falling. Second half, he got downhill. It was more of a pick and roll than a pick and pop, and that two-man connection, that duo was on full display. Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson are going to be a headache for opposing defenses every single night. They're going to make each other better, and I think for the Knicks to win a championship, for Jalen Brunson to win a championship, he's going to need Cat. For Cat to win a championship, he's going to need Jalen Brunson. They are going to make each other better, and you can already see that chemistry starting to grow. Also, Mikal Bridges on defense. Yeah, he is that good, and he is that guy, and he is legit. I don't know if he just wasn't trying in Brooklyn. I don't know if the losing got to him, but this man showed up on October 9th in the preseason, and he had Jordan Poole in Guantanamo Bay. The length, the athleticism, the side-to-side quickness. This guy's going to be a pest for the Knicks on defense, and he's also an offensive player that's extremely gifted. What about the time where he caught the ball in the corner, walked down the defender, worked out with his back to the basket, and then hit a little mid-range fadeaway from inside the paint? He's going to be able to create his own shot, and that's going to be a major key. How are the Knicks going to be able to manufacture points consistently when Jalen Brunson is sitting, having an off night, or he's just not getting it going. Can Mikal Bridges be that guy? OG didn't do too much on the offensive end, but he had some success on defense. The Knicks just felt long, man, with Bridges, with Anunoby. Josh Hart was running around like a chicken with his head cut off. A classic Josh Hart stat line. 0 points, but 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Doing all the little stuff. He's the garbage man on this team. He's going to bring the energy. He's going to bring the juice. And I know in the playoffs, he's going to hit those big-time shots. Landry Shamet didn't play all that well in Game 2. Did play well in Game 1. Thibodeau also said he liked the way Shamet played. He just missed his shots. The Knicks were completely cold from last night. Not worried about that. They got a lot of guys who shoot better than 39% from 3 for their career. And if you tell me that Landry Shamet's going to get 7 open threes every single night, I'll sign up for that, as I believe he'll be making close to 3 of those every single time. Knicks look good, and I'm ready for basketball, man. Real basketball, like Game 1 against the Boston Celtics. If you're ready for the New York Knicks season to be here, hit that thumbs up icon. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Same handle, @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up over there, and let's go Knicks.